from them. No one really spamming, but this dance. Let me actually hide the scoreboard real quick, get that dance in better view.
That's so great. You know, the camaraderie between these teams, that they could do this. They could have easily gone for a jungle invasion. They could have easily tried to mess up somebody else's gameplay. But right now, they're going to do this. It's very close to minions spawning, and they still have at least 30 to 40 seconds before those buffs come out, so they can still make a move. It seems like everybody's going to return to the laning phase as the minions start to spawn, and maybe they won't. Maybe they'll head through the jungle. Maybe they'll try to initiate something here, and it looks like we may have a Brand going up top, and versus an Aurelia. He's going to be able to play a lot of distance and range on that. Malzahar versus a Nivea in middle. Jarvan obviously staying in the jungle, and the support carry bottom as usual.
Yep, and indeed, and basically I think the thing was that, you know, across all these games of AAA and Fnatic, no one ever really went for the invasion, aside from that one time. Actually, I don't think any of the EU teams really invade. I mean, we saw some kind of cool moves from the NA teams where they would, you know, pulverize these raids down and you know, make it worse for Nunu. Ultimately, you know, Fnatic, AAA, neither of them really going for any harassment in those early games. So they said, you know, let's just have a dance party instead. Nothing else is going to happen. We're good. So Jarvan off to a good start. Going to grab that golem buff with Smite. Leonak doing a pretty good job with Jungle Jarvan. Definitely made sure he was prepared for this game. And he's just going to get himself level 2. Cyanide FI has killed the Golem as well. That defensive Volcro doing so much damage. He has actually the first one, actually almost tied basically there for level 2. He's going to move down. His Wolves have already been you know, dropped out, so that's going to move on. And the Powerball going to come across the map, and Leonak already going for the invasion at the bottom lane. And yes, he has found Lemmy's out. The flash out in time to dodge that jump through. Wow. He's going to be safe. But the flash already gone, and you know, we saw that last time these teams met. The Jungle Jarvan, really aggressive, does a lot of cool things, and he's already back, looping around the side. And, you know, Lemmy's out, still not level 2.
Melisande playing very smart there. He did move himself up so he could have vision on that. They're going to get the CV down. Jarvan forced to now move out of that. And we hear the Powerball, and it is only Rammus going down for the bottom golems. Definitely know the initiation is coming when he's flying around. And Jarvan looks like he's going to come up behind here, and he is just being very aggressive right off the bat. Full health as he comes to this one. XPK getting popped up. They're going to do a lot of damage here if he can get the Ice Blast on him. Anivia must have just used that Q. It was not up again, and she was, or Mulma just absolutely looking for that perfect point to use it. XPK only taking a little bit of damage, but able to thwart that first blood. Jarvan now to return to the jungle so he doesn't lose his rotation there.
Yeah, and that is a 12-second cooldown. That Q on Anivia is a 12-second cooldown at rank 1. And yeah, it's possible that he just used it a little bit, you know, a good 8 seconds ago or so. We didn't see it on the screen until he was not able to cast that one in time. But that's certainly the combo you want to go for. As you got knocked up, you're going to throw the Q out immediately. So it had to have been a cooldown drop, which I guess, you know, could have been coordinated slightly better on VOIP. Say, hey, I'm going to come gank mid. Don't waste your stun cooldown. But oh well, you know,
easier said than done.
Yeah, easier said than done. Although ironically, something that would have been said.
Yes, and done.
So, okay, great. Thank you, Rivington.
Obvious is obvious.
Percentage damage always deals damage in percentage.
Hey, true story.
True story. Bottom lane, Yellowstar and Kuja. Let's look at that. Yellowstar, 18 CS. Actually getting outlasted by that Corki by 1. Lemmy Zealot taking a lot of damage. The shield comes out from Janna. Janna getting hit pretty hard right here. So the lane is going well. Leonak going to pill back after picking up his golems. This Ram is doing a very good job there. Is level 4, doing a ton of damage to these minions right there. Getting closer and closer, of course, to 5. The raids are up, but he's going to go up towards the top of the map and find a gank. Looks like Jarvan actually going to stay at the top of the map and try to find a gank for himself. This could work quite well. Shushay doesn't really know that he's there. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. He's certainly not playing too terribly defensively. Rammus, though, coming across as well. This is going to be interesting. He's going to jump into that brush. Leonak going to drop that. Damage off on Anasoas. Can he get a taunt off? There's the taunt onto Leonak. Leonak taking a lot of damage. Good Pillar of Flame. Has to flash backwards. Leonak going to jump into that turret. Stay safe for now. Applause from the audience. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, everybody participating here between the players and the audience. Everybody is just so into these games right now. And it's very nice by Cyanide. I don't think he knew Jarvan was up there, so he might have been a little surprised when he bumped into a Jarvan as an Aurelia walked out of the bush, but they still continued to fight. The reflex is just that quick that they can adjust and understand what to do. And bottom lane phase is still going quite well. Sona is, however, quite low as Corki continues to barrage Ash with a lot of damage. She does have that Dorrance, so per hit she's going to be able to get that that health back, as they're only going for last hits right now, but the lane is still quite pushed to feed that turret with minions, and that's exactly what they want right now. Sona seems to be moving at this point, and she is just going to be setting a ward down. Already good control by Against All Authority to get those wards in the bushes. They have 2 already, so bottom lane can get that push out, and they can play very effectively that way.
Yeah, and actually I wanted to take a quick aside and probably ruin some friendships real quick. So everyone in the audience, we haven't done this yet in this tournament, but we want to. Everyone in this audience, if you want Fnatic to end up winning this tournament, actually, sorry, let me stop that one real quick, because here comes a gank from Fnatic. He will land that onto Aurelia. Here comes the taunt as well.
Wow.
She takes a stun, but I think they coordinated that poorly because they both hit that at the same time. So I was trying to run away. Is slowed by that Lizard buff, but going to be safe. It looks like Cyanide will stay in the brush end zone, but Soaz will probably heal. So as I was talking about, if you want Fnatic to win this best of 3, if you want them to win the tournament, let me hear you cheer in the audience, cheer at home, cheer whatever you're doing. Make some noise for Fnatic if you want them to win.
Quite a favorite.
Okay, and if you want the French team against all authority to take this one out and come back from loser bracket and win this series and win the Season 1 championship, let me hear if you want AAA to win.
Yes, there's still a few. Indeed, the Dream Arena is packed with over 1,200 people at this point in time. We have about 80 to 90 people sitting in front of us right now, and it just seems that, you know, wherever they are, you know, Fnatic has been the favorite in this one, so it is definitely easy to see that Fnatic could be the favorite here, and especially in Dream Arena, I'm sure we heard a lot of cheers for Fnatic as well. So the underdogs, AAA.
So you should take some damage up from Linax. I had to interrupt you real quick as Linax came in for that jump, but only pushed him into the air. So as not deciding to chase in on that one, so he's going to be safe. But as you were saying, people in the audience.
Yeah, people in the audience are definitely always enjoy the underdog as well. And once they come into that second game, I think some people may waver back to that against all authority, and we'll see what has to happen. Malzahar going back in mid to get a buy on, indeed, and we'll have to see. Soaz taking quite a bit of damage there. A Conflagrate coming out of the hands of Brand. He's going to easily be able to farm his lane, and we're going to look at the creep score right now. 50 for Malzahar, 28 on the jungle, 37 for Brand, doing good up top. That is versus Aurelia with 35, so that is a pretty even lane right there. The bottom support and carry lanes is 58 for Ashe and 40 for Corki, so Ashe is definitely coming out very big in that lane right now.
Yeah, the gold is almost equivalent, though. 8.2 versus 8.2 exactly, so the teams could not be more evenly matched. The summoners have been used on and off, but doesn't mean so much. But there we go, the first golem buff going to MoMA, so that is the first non-jungler buff really being gained. So I was getting harassed out by PK. Looks like they're going to do a lane swap as Brand coming on to try to melt Anivia in that lane, but fighting blue buff Anivia going to be difficult. Thankfully, Shushay does have good active cast range. His E is 675 range. Malzahar still spamming out of Soaz. Soaz actually going a Chalice of Harmony. I have not seen that item a lot this tournament, but going to give her not only the mana regeneration to fight better, but also the magic resist to survive these lanes. And look at that. MoMA going to switch to fight Malzahar. Really wants to do that one. Shushay spots that ward coming down from Leonak, but not going to do a lot with it. So that ward will stay up in an aggressive position. Kuja putting down lots of wards. His one's about to time out, puts a new one down. Yep, there's the timing out of that ward. And this game's still so incredibly close.
We are seeing Sona return back to bottom. Kuja and Yellow Star again to gather down there. Lamia has Melisande in the bush. I don't know if they realize that she is there, so Janna could facilitate the shield on Lamia and be very deceptive.